Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we have a look at all that kind of stuff on social media that is news, rumors, speculation, some fun stuff in there as well. Obviously lots to do with Vince, and a big thank you to everyone that checked out that DOCUSERIES review that we did. That was hard, man. That was hard. It was 6 hours long. Took me about 8 hours to watch it all. And then the review video that I did ended up being like 2 hours long. And it was so long and the file was so big that it kept crashing as I was trying to upload it. And I was getting so frustrated. It really was like quite the day yesterday. But that's done. It's in the past. People seem to have enjoyed the review as well because, I mean, I had 22 pages of notes. So there really is not much that's left out, to be honest. So I think we did a decent job. I probably would like do it different next time. Maybe I would go through and just take out like loads of stuff. I mean, 2 hours is pretty ridiculous. But, you know, don't let that be a barrier if you haven't watched it, because you only need to watch the first 15-20 minutes, to be honest, of that review if you haven't seen it. Because I do an overview at the start. Because I totally understand people looking at that 2 hours and going, I just don't have time for that. I totally understand that. Which is why I think next time I probably need to find a different way of doing it. But listen, for those that watched it, they seem to have enjoyed it. And I really appreciate the support. But thankfully, we are back now, right, to some sort of normal schedule. And we are back doing Unseen. So here we've got new merch. So Slam X, thank you, buds. Just putting up these images. So we've got Wyatt Sicks, new shirt there. Kind of like fan art. I really like that one. I think it looks good. This one always makes me think like early 2000s kind of new metal, sort of alien ant farm type stuff. So I like it. I think it's pretty fun. Quite colourful. And then we've got this one, which is quite impactful with the big red letters. So, yeah, very good. New merch for the Wyatt Sicks. This is probably one of the big talking points today. So, Spartan, shout out to you. Do you think this could be a swerve so that when she returns, it'll be unexpected? I think that's a really good comment. Obviously, I can't answer that because I genuinely don't know. The only thing I'd say is that I do believe that there is potentially truth to this. Because if we are now going to build towards, say, Braun and the Wyatt Sicks taking on Bronson, Final Testament, and The Miz, then maybe there just isn't like a spot in there for Alexa at the moment. And maybe looking at the feuds and the things that they've got planned, perhaps there just isn't like anywhere to put her in. It's hard for us because we don't know the plans and we don't know what the next few months look like. But they might look at it and go, do you know what? We could bring her back here, but how about we save her for a Rumble return? And I could believe it, to be honest. I mean, listen, there was loads of talk she was coming back at SummerSlam and she didn't. And then people were saying, oh, we're just waiting for the creative. Well, it's been like 2 months since SummerSlam. So I'm kind of at the point now where I'm of the opinion people just don't know, right? That's my honest opinion. I think people just don't know. And so I think there's probably some truth to this. I think there's a good chance that this is actually true. It also wouldn't shock me, though, if we do like Team Rhea versus Team Liv at Survivor Series and there's a mystery partner. Like, I would not be shocked by that at all. And then we bring Alexa back at Survivor Series. But yeah, that's the latest news. So is it a swerve? Is it to catch us off guard? Gonna have to wait and see. We did get this from Alexa though. So Brady, shout out to you. There was a lot of people getting excited about like she's coming back and all this kind of stuff. I don't think she would post this kind of a picture to tease her return to WWE. She says, "Don't worry, darling. I'll see you soon." Now, I did have a quick look to see if that was maybe some lyrics. I mean, it could be some lyrics from her husband. Like, he might have a song out that's got that. I was also wondering if maybe he was going away for a while. Like maybe if he was going off to record an album, or if he was going off to kind of maybe not do a tour, but, you know, going away for a few weeks. And so she's posted this picture. Really, it's for him. But she knows that there would be other people that would enjoy seeing this image as well. So she's actually put it up on Instagram instead. I just don't look at this and think, oh, yeah, this is teasing a WWE return. I just don't get that vibe. So, I don't know. I've had a quick read of the comments. People don't seem to quite know how to take this. They don't seem to know quite what this is teasing. So, and I'm in the dark as well, to be honest. But the one thing is that I don't look at this and think, oh my God, Alexa's on the way. I don't think that. So, make of it whatever you will. That is the Alexa Wyatt Sicks stuff. Let's go over, shall we, to the Vince folder. We won't spend long in here because I've already done a 2-hour video. But, yeah, so Watson, shout out to you. So here it says Vince's office, and it says ladies' dressing room. I'm guessing when you go down the corridor, you've got like one door that will take you to Vince's office and another door to the ladies' dressing room. Fadeaway Media is just like, wait, where is it located? Like, I mean, it does look a little strange. And certainly with all the allegations that we know about now, having Vince's office be right in the same, seemingly the same corridor as the female dressing room. Yeah, I never saw that, actually. I never noticed that at the time. I think it's one of those, though. There's so much in that docuseries. I think you really could go back and just keep finding stuff. So thought you might find that interesting. Watson, thank you. Word of Wrestling, shout out to you. Ric Flair said, I'm watching the Vince McMahon documentary today. Episode 1 is interesting, but I'm not able to comment on anything other than the fact that he made a lot of people rich and he changed the landscape of wrestling for the goods. But I will definitely tell you this, my documentary, and then he goes on to talk about how his documentary is going to blow this out the water, right? So he's kind of putting over his documentary. So a few comments there, a few thoughts from Ric Flair. I thought this was interesting. So here, look, Peter said, was Vince Sr. the #1 promoter in wrestling back in his day? So that's Vince's dad, you know. And Dave Meltzer said, it depends on the year, but most years, yes. I think one could argue Jim Barnett and Hisashi Shima, who I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that must be like New Japan or All Japan. But as far as the guy whose territory drew the most people, he would have been #1. So, you know, that Northeast New York area, of course, that territory has always been the big territory. That's always been the big powerhouse, if you will. So I thought that was really interesting, talking about Vince's dad and if he was the #1 promoter back in his day. Dave saying depends on the year, but most years, yes. Brian Solomon, who's a brilliant writer, and he's got some great wrestling books that have come out, right? He said, I can't believe this needs to be explained, right? And to be honest, I mean, I forget about this as well, right? But the people like us who already know all of the ins and the outs and the minutiae of all the stuff that is being discussed on this Vince McMahon docuseries makes up probably about 2% of the people who are watching it on Netflix. And it's so true, isn't it? It's so true. Like, my cousin might end up watching this. He doesn't know anything about WWE, WWF, doesn't know anything about Vince. And, you know, he will be shocked by a lot of the stuff that's in there. But for me, you know, I'm watching it. I'm like, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, we know about that. But it's true. We probably do make up just such a very tiny, tiny percentage. So, yeah, I thought that was a really good comment. Interesting comment. Fightful reporting that Janel Grants' lawyer says that Mr. McMahon, the docuseries, it only scratches the surface of Vince McMahon's criminal behavior. Yeah, this was a really interesting comment from Vince. I didn't want to pull out too many comments because really that's what the review is for. But he said, looking back on it, I don't see where Mark was concussed. It could have happened, but I think Mark just didn't remember any of that because it was so traumatic for him. So Vince is saying that, like, it was a big deal, like him losing the streak at WrestleMania. And Vince is basically saying, like, I don't think he was concussed. I don't know where that would have happened. I get the feeling that he honestly probably does believe that he was concussed, but I think Vince is just nervous because concussions can lead to lawsuits, and you really don't want to kind of admit that concussions are happening in your company. It's basically, have you had an injury at work stuff, isn't it? You know? So I get the feeling that he's like, no, it wasn't a concussion. No, it wasn't that. I think he was just traumatized from the end of the streak. But I don't think he truly believes that. I mean, he admits himself in that docuseries, sometimes I say things that are different to what I'm thinking. I mean, he actually says that in the docuseries. Bill Simmons, Mr. McMahon was the strangest documentary process I've ever been involved with. So I've actually got this here. This is courtesy of Fightful, right? So these are the people that actually put the documentary together. So Bill Simmons said he always had people with him. There was always people kind of lingering in the background, making sure that nothing weird happened. Yes, and reminding him of his past. There was always a team, and everyone, the entire production team, they've done so many documentaries. This is the guy that did Tiger King. None of them had experienced a working situation like we encountered at Stamford, Connecticut. We would show up to shoot and then just be all day long getting updates from Vince's secretary about his ETA, his estimated time of arrival. It would be pushing like 6 hours, 8 hours before the shoot, pushing it back an hour, pushing it back another hour, pushing it back another hour. And then he would roll in at like 11 p.m., pitch black, with his little crew around him. He would shake everyone's hand and say, thank you for being here. Then he would go to get his hair and his makeup done, and he would emerge in the same outfit that he was wearing for every shoot. It was just a bizarre situation. So they went on to discuss like the little bits. Simons later said the series could have been 10 episodes. I said that in my review. He also noted that it was the strangest documentary process that he has ever been involved in. Do you know, by the time you get to the final episode, episode 6, it starts at WrestleMania 23. It starts at WrestleMania 23, episode 6. And the final half an hour is all about the allegations and Janel Grants. Easily could have been a 10-part series. Easily. I wish they hadn't dropped them all in one go. I wish we could have spoken in depth about each episode. I wish we only had episode 1 and we could have really tore it apart. But there's just so much. There's so much in there. It's not a documentary that's going to change your opinion, I don't believe. And it's not a documentary that's going to have any major revelations in there, because I think all the big stuff was already known. But honestly, you could pull out hundreds of clips, hundreds of images, quotes, clips. The thing is stacked. It is absolutely stacked. So that was the Vince folder. Let's go to WWE. Yeah, so apparently they're going to show the WrestleMania XL behind the curtain on the CW network, but they're adding footage we have never seen before. So WWE put this out. Let's have a little look at this, shall we?
Wow, this is tremendous. I saw a picture of the Mummers Parade. Immediately knew that was going to be the thing for one of the nights. The city of Philadelphia, they've been such a wonderful host. So really happy that they were excited to be involved. I mean, look at these. Man, awesome. Wow, and only one. You guys look great.
So we
man.
just need. Let me just clarify. You guys are gonna sort of play it, right? Yes. Play his music. Correct. Yes. Open this up a little bit. Yes. Burn It Down will hit. Here comes Seth doing all this through all of you. It's catchy, this one.
So there he is, look, going through, rehearsing it.
These two side angles are going to have flames. The center won't.
Yep.
Right, but you'll have all that flame on the side and everything. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be badass.
Good. I mean, there's nothing, crazy in there, but it's just showing you the rehearsal. It's showing you Seth seeing the costumes for the first time. I mean, that entrance was a great entrance. Fantastic entrance. One of my all-time favorites, actually. I thought Drew's was fantastic, and Seth's even better. So it was absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, I don't know what other little clips are going to be added, but really looking forward to seeing kind of what else is shown. So that is going to be shown on Saturday on the CW network, and it will feature never before seen footage. Right, Roman, look at this. So, Jay Dono, thank you. Roman is working what looks to be a pretty full schedule, certainly when it comes to SmackDowns. Obviously, I don't think he'll be doing live shows, live events. But look at that. If you are going to any SmackDowns in October, from October 11th through to November, I think he's there pretty much every week. It looks like he misses a week there. In between October, November, like November 1st. Looks like he misses that. Other than that, 6 of them. It's not bad, is it? That's not bad. That's brilliant for him. Right, Big E says he's getting neck scans in 3 to 6 months to see if he's healthy enough to return. Now, I don't know kind of what the situation is. I don't think this is crazy good news, right? I mean, it's not bad news, but I don't think this is like, oh my God, Big E is definitely on the way back. That is not the story. The story is that we're going to have checks in 3 to 6 months to see how it's all healing up and see what the situation is. And honestly, I mean, I don't know what they're going to say. So it's good news in regards to, we're working towards a plan. We're working towards potential of him coming back, but we're still a long, long way from getting excited here, right? Or getting carried away. But good news. We take it as good news. Sean Rossap says, many in the industry are of the belief that AJ Styles' WWE contract expires late this year or early next year. So something to be aware of because, of course, AJ Styles, I'm sure, would be of big interest to AEW. Right, let's go into fun. I think we've only got fun and other. So, yeah, these are really cool, but they're quite expensive. It's $100. I wish it was cheaper. I love it, though, because the background is an old magazine. You even get like a little kind of magazine here. I don't think you can actually read it, but you can see better what the cover is. So it's Undertaker, and it's really good. I think it says May like 91, something like that. But it's like OG Undertaker. It's just a bobblehead thing, but I think it looks so good. I think it looks brilliant. So it comes out March 2025. It's going to cost $100. Yeah, so let's have a look at this, shall we? So here we've got, some are confused. So here's both gears with wigs. So these, she's asking, what shall I wear on Friday? So she's got this kind of leopard print kind of outfit that she could wear. And I think that's the wig that she was going to look to wear with it. Right, so she was going to wear that wig with that singlet. I don't know what you would call it. Or she is really tempted by this Uno gear, which is pretty fun, isn't it? Pretty fun, this Uno gear. So I kind of like that. And I think that would be the wig that she would look to wear with that. So we may see, I mean, has this been made? I don't know, I hope it has. So we may see Naomi wearing one of these on Friday. I kind of like that. I kind of like that, hey guys, what shall I wear on Friday? Kind of throwing it out there for people. I really like that. Fallon said, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes and the gift list presents. You sure know how to make a girl feel special. For everyone who didn't, kick rocks and your mom's a hoe. Right, CW Sports. I didn't know they'd actually made a car. Here's a closer look at the car that Cole will be Cole Custer. He'll be driving this in Kansas this weekend. So there we go. This is an actual car that has been made. NASCAR, I'm guessing. So Kalani Jordan on the sides. We got Ethan Page on that side. We've got a championship belt on the back. NXT on CW. And then on the front, we've got Roxanne. We got Trick. NXT on CW. So that's pretty fun. I mean, they have been kind of showing off this stuff, but I didn't realize that it was an actual car that was going to actually go racing. So there we go. Pretty cool. Pretty fun. And then we've got this as well, which is so awesome. This is Botched Eye Surgery. Thank you for this. This is the kind of clip I love. So this is a kid in October 17th, 1999, going toy shopping in New York. We get to see loads of old WWF action figures.
Jimmy, what do you want to go get? Undertaker.
It's quite quiet, isn't it?
Let's go get Undertaker. Okay. Timmy's favorite toy store. Yep. His favorite toy store.
So we're going to his favorite toy store. Inside the toy store, we're looking at bits and bobs. Can't quite make things out,
Where is it?
but you can make out the wrestling stuff in a second. So up here, look there, look, and this of course will be Jax at this point. But you can see like the figure packs. I don't know what that is. Power, I don't think that's Power Rangers. That's a big ring up there.
You want to get China, right?
But and I saw some Star Wars stuff, and now we've actually got some of the packs. So those are like Grudge 2 packs. You can see some of the single packs on the wall as well. Yeah, and there you go. Look, so King of the Ring, Undertaker, the sweat figures, man. They were awful. You actually put water in the back of them. There's a Vince figure there. Wow. Raw is war. And look at all these. Shawn Michaels. Yeah, oh God, I wish there was more. I wish there was more. I tell you, like a full walker, I'd love to see all the other stuff that's in there as well, you know? I think there must be so much footage of people going to like Toys R Us like every year. There must be footage out there of people going to Toys R Us and different toy shops in 85, 86, 87. Like, do you know what I mean? And we could see, oh God, I should do that. I should try and see if I can find old footage and kind of have a look at like each year. That could be fun. That could be a fun thing to do. I loved that. I thought that was such a good clip. I know that it's, you know, it's quite small. You can't quite hear it, but you just get little glimpses of what it was like back in 1999 to walk in and have a look at all the toys that you could buy. It's Bryn again. Thank you. This is so much fun. This is so good. Casey Richard said this goes from Wednesday to Wise Man. So look at this here. So there's Wednesday. Pop that over like that. Paul Heyman. It's brilliant, isn't it? So there's Wednesday. And then boom, you do that and you get Paul Heyman. It's brilliant. Look at all them. Look at all these wise men. Just waiting for their tribal chief. Amazing. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was so good. Love that. Love that. Right, PlayStation Plus, the monthly games. One of them is going to be 2K24, just so you know. Night Legacy, shout out to you. Who took it? Mattel, thank you. Night Legacy, shout out to you. So here's Drew. This is Larry after Bad Bloods. So here's Larry waiting for CM Punk to return. But of course, CM Punk's not going to return because Drew McIntyre is going to deal with him. So here's Larry just waiting and waiting and waiting. Where's CM Punk? Where is he? He comes out, offers him some foods, but he's all sad. He's waiting and he's waiting. So there we go. Bit of trolling, some great trolling from Drew McIntyre. And this is our final one. Big congratulations to WWE star Angelo Dawkins and his wife following the birth of their child. So Angelo Dawkins becoming a father. I don't know if he's already got kids or a child. I feel like he has, but I don't really pry into people's personal lives, so I really don't know. But there we go. I know he's got one now. So there we go. Many congratulations. And that was it. That was today's Unseen. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be another Unseen later. I might even see if I can get another reaction video up for the Watch Mojo stuff, but I don't know at the moment, to be honest. I'm still trying to find my bearings after what was a pretty wild day yesterday. So we'll see, but there will definitely be another Unseen for you later. And don't forget, of course, we will be back tomorrow because it is our SmackDown live stream. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.